The video begins in the northern Pacific Ocean coast. Specifically, we see a garbage dumping site where a group of researchers has arrived to investigate the situation. The team is led by a woman named Sophia and also her husband named Chris. Sophia was explaining how this waste could affect the lives of people living in these coastal cities. Immediately, the team's radar picked up a signal, and two other team members arrived. The radar detected that a very large sea lion had entered the beach. Chris and his two colleagues prepared to dive into the sea, while Sophia was managing the computer and radar systems. Chris, Juan, and the two other team members wore diving suits so they could go deep into the water. Sophia and another girl kept their eyes on the computer to assist the underwater team. While the team was exploring, they saw whales feeding on the fish in the ocean. At the same time, Chris approached the whales to conduct research. Unexpectedly, the team spotted a female shark. Everyone was very shocked when they saw the size of this shark. As it was extremely large, the entire team recognized this creature because it had been seen 3 months ago, and back then, it was only 1.5 meters long. But now, in just 3 months, it had grown rapidly and reached 7 meters in length. When Chris realized the danger, he warned the rest of the team to escape from the area. However, Sophia suggested that they take a blood sample from the shark for further research. Chris was the first to try taking the blood sample, but the shark got frightened and began attacking the team. Now the entire team was in danger. Sophia, upon realizing that her husband was in danger, quickly jumped into the water. But her husband and the rest of the team were too far away. After a while, she saw her husband's hand, which meant that Chris and the rest of the team had been eaten by the shark. Since Sophia now knew her husband had been eaten, she decided to kill the shark. She hadn't gone far when the shark appeared right in front of her. She tried to injure it, but the shark quickly attacked. It didn't bite her, but it started pulling her toward the bottom of the sea. Sophia tried with all her strength to survive. The intense water pressure caused her ears and mouth to bleed. Eventually, Sophia managed to free herself from the object attached to her leg and, exhausted, reached the surface of the water. The scene ends there and transitions to 3 years later in the city of Paris, France. We see the river that flows through the center of Paris, the Seine. In this river, we find two young people fishing. But the two youths discovered a bomb which shocked them. The police were quickly called. The police were led by an officer named Adil. Adil and his team were there to secure the area. Adil stated that the two young men had done a very important job by informing the police about this discovery. In the next scene, we see a research facility. This place is currently headed by the same Sophia we saw 3 years earlier. Among the students, there is a girl who accuses Sophia of being responsible for the death of her husband and the rest of the team. Sophia was hurt by this accusation and believed that no one else knew this information. This girl named Mikey seems to know a lot about the information and decided to apologize to Sophia. But Sophia did not accept the apology. As she wants to move, Mikey indicated that they knew everything, and she also investigating about the same shark. They claimed that the shark that ate Sophia's husband 3 years ago was now headed to Paris, so they brought it to their private lab. Inside the lab was a girl responsible for cameras and security named Ben. This girl was closely monitoring the exact time the shark would arrive. At the same time, Ben told Sophia that the same female sea lion was now heading toward the Seine River in Paris. But Sophia didn't believe this, stating that sharks live in the Pacific Ocean and cannot survive in freshwater rivers. Mikey asked Sophia to enter the water herself, since she knows the shark, to confirm the truth. Still unconvinced, Mikey told her that the night before, a car fell into the river in Paris, and that man had not been found. Sophia, still not believing the group's claims, left the lab immediately. When she reached home, the news about the shark disturbed her deeply. She played an old video recorded by her husband, Chris. That video brought both joy and tears, as it reminded her of the times when all her friends were happily enjoying the beach. Then she checked her radar equipment and confirmed that the shark had indeed arrived in the river in Paris. Meanwhile, at midnight, we see Mikey and Ben operating a boat on the river. They arrived at the last known location of the shark. Mikey, who knows how to swim, jumped into the water while Ben kept watch from above to avoid police detection. Mikey went straight to the spot where the car had crashed and tried to investigate. She realized from the scratch on the car that the shark had officially eaten the man. At that moment, the police arrived. Ben pulled the rope to alert her friend. But Mikey, wanting to continue her investigation, decided to remove the rope. Ben, not wanting to be caught, quickly fled the area. The police arrived at Mikey's location and arrested her. She was taken to the police station. We also see Sophia there. As the police were passing by, they encountered two homeless men and gave them some clothes to protect them from the cold. Eventually, Mikey was brought directly to the police station. Sophia, who was alone there, soon found out that the sea lion had eaten the two homeless men. The next morning, Adil personally visited Mikey and questioned her about what she was doing in the river. Mikey responded that the sea lion was in the river. Adil didn't believe her, as he knew sea lions can't survive in fresh water. Sophia, who was also at the river, saw a father and daughter fishing. She warned them that the river was dangerous and asked them to leave. Then Sophia found a corpse and quickly called the police. The police discovered that a large part of the corpse was missing. Sophia confirmed that the man had been eaten by the shark. Adil took Sophia, and they met with the head of the police department. When they explained that the man was eaten by a shark, the officer didn't believe them. To confirm the truth, Adil and his team were sent to investigate whether the sea lion was present in that location. Adil and his team prepared for the mission, and Sophia asked to join them because she knew the exact location of the shark. Sophia and the team went to the last location tracked by the radar. When they arrived, Sophia told the team that the shark was now only 5 meters away. 3 officers were sent to check the area. Mikey called her friend Ben and asked her to cut Sophia's signal so she couldn't detect the shark's exact location. Immediately, Sophia lost the signal and could no longer track the shark. The police were unable to identify its exact location either. With no results, they returned to their boat. Adil started checking the radar equipment. That's when the truth came out. The shark was just a few steps away. Sophia was blamed for cutting the signal. Upset, Sophia confronted Mikey because she felt she had sabotaged the signal. Adil discovered the truth and reported to his superiors, requesting that the major swimming competition scheduled to be held in that river soon be canceled. But the officer rejected his request. After learning the truth, Adil returned to Sophia and apologized for yelling at her. Adil and the chief then went to the mayor of the city, asking her to cancel the competition. When the mayor asked why, they explained that a dangerous shark that could eat competitors was in the river. The mayor didn't believe it. Sophia then shared that her husband and team were previously eaten by this shark. The mayor said, "I have spent a lot of money on this competition and I will not cancel it." The team, now confused and wanting to protect the society, was approached by Ben. She told them that her friend Mikey had gone alone to the location of the shark. The team realized she was in danger and rushed to her location. Another group of people was also there, including Mikey. Then the shark appeared. But something miraculous happened. The shark did not harm Mikey. Adil jumped into the water to save her. But the shark changed its behavior and tried to eat Mikey. Adil decided to retreat, and other officers in the water were attacked. Many were eaten there, but Adil and the rest of the team survived. The injured were rushed to the hospital. Sophia and Adil now understood the great danger facing the citizens. They decided to go to the mayor. Even after being told everything and asked to cancel the event, the mayor still refused. So the team decided to warn the public directly because the mayor had invested heavily in TV advertising. She appeared on television and told the people there was no danger and no shark present. We see Sophia and Adil thinking about how to deal with the shark. Finally, they decided to kill it. Adil used his police power and showed the other officers a plan to destroy the creature. Sophia explained the exact way to kill it. They all joined and prepared heavy bombs. When they reached the designated location, Sophia and Adil decided to dive in. At the bottom of the water, large mines were planted. Something terrifying was found there. Many human heads were discovered. The public began preparing to watch the race. The next day, a large crowd gathered at the river for the big swimming competition. Many supporters were there, including the mayor. Sophia and Adil activated the heavy explosives. The competition began, and the swimmers, unaware of the danger, were focused on winning. The noise from the fans attracted the sea lions. Sophia and Adil, still underwater, saw many sharks heading toward the people. Everyone on the boat panicked and climbed back on. The shark attacked, tossing the boat. Some officers were eaten, but Sophia and Adil survived. The shark moved toward the humans. One swimmer was eaten in midair. The others panicked and tried to flee, but they couldn't escape. There were too many sharks. Police officers were there, opened fire into the water. One of the bullets hit the area where the mines were placed. A massive explosion occurred, breaking the bridge that controls the water. A huge flood followed, and the city of Paris was overwhelmed. Many people were eaten that day. Even the mayor was eaten. The survivors were only Sophia and Adil, floating on a small object. We also saw that many sharks were swimming around the area. The floodwater had entered underground tunnels in Paris, killing many civilians. The message of this film is that warnings and information from the police should never be ignored. Our video ends here. Please subscribe to the Monday Recap channel and like the video to reach many people who love to save their time to watch 2 hours movie in just 10 or 15 minutes. Thank you for watching, and I am here to save your time.